Okay, this is a comment to Stephen Ernest, who wrote, first quoting me, a criteria to test truth, colon, does it match our perceptions, end quote. And he says, yes, but our perceptions are filtered by our beliefs, especially religion, philosophy, art. Science less so, but still to a degree. And people have psychological reasons, defense mechanisms, to avoid challenging their ego or worldview. I think the main test for truth is usefulness. Does it work? Okay, well, I agree with everything you said, except for it doesn't change that everything is about perceptions. When you reduce, you're always going to be making some sort of error in your approximation, but you're trying to leave yourself enough wiggle room so that you might have ignored certain kinds of interpretations, but the terms that you have left can expand and adapt to include as much of the phenomenon as possible. And when you talk about things being perceptions, well, there's when I say that all we do is get perceptions and process them, well, that includes a lot of other things, right? So for example, if we're going to judge the utility of something, we're going to say, does it seem useful? And that's layers of appearances. Does it seem like a hammer and a nail? Does it then, does it seem like it's working when I use it right? Does it seem like I am using right? Does it seem like it works? And ultimately, this impression of utility is an impression. It comes from perceptions. So that's the sense in which, yes, everything is perceptions. Something like utility, yes, we get into the mix as far as the details of how do we judge the perceptions? What's the details of how we're processing them? To put specific words and specific examples of that sort of phenomenon. Okay, so I stand by my idea that it's all about perceptions and whether statements the statements we say, like if we say it it's useful to have a car, that has to match the perceptions that we have about our car and how it relates to the rest of our life, that we're making this claim that it's useful. So, all right, cheers. Thanks for the reply.